And we're talking now with Woody Keown, who's the president and COO of the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center. And Woody, we appreciate you joining us here today in Cincinnati People.
Thanks, Catherine. Glad to be here.
So there's a big day, obviously, coming up on Monday for everyone across the country. But for the Freedom Center in general, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is always a big event. And this year, Martin Luther King Fifth Third Community Day. Tell us what that means to you guys there at the Freedom Center.
Well, first of all, and first and foremost, it basically gives us an opportunity to continue the legacy of Dr. King. That's first and foremost. Secondly, it gives us an opportunity to give back and connect with the community and give the community an opportunity to remind them of the great work that Dr. King did and how it related to the past and also how it relates to the day. And thirdly, is one of our signature events for carrying out our mission and also a significant fundraiser for the Freedom Center.
So first and foremost, the Freedom Center is free on Monday, a day it's typically closed, but you guys are opening your doors on Monday once again and free to the public. What can people see when they get there?
Well, when they get here, they're going to see a lot of things. First and foremost, we're going to have a lot of family-related activities. Brett Billingsley is going to be here with his arts activism, and he's going to have a lot of fun activities for the young people. It's always fun with the things that he does. We'll have our docents on the floor so they can go around and see all of our exhibits. They'll be open to everybody. And then we're having the afternoon around 2 o'clock. Brittany Packnick Cunningham is going to have an open forum where the guests in the Harriet Tubman Theater can go in and talk to her and ask her any questions they want about social justice, voting rights, and things like that. So it's going to be a really big day, and it's one of our biggest days of the year.
I was going to ask that. I mean, I am sure that, you know, the message you guys have at the Freedom Center, it's important every day, but especially on this day. Why is it so important to open those doors and welcome in as many people as possible?
Well, it's a day, we're driven by social justice, and social justice is our core mission, and we relate that back to the Underground Railroad. And so this day is so important because it's an opportunity where people, Dr. King was about service, and it's an opportunity for us to give back to the community and open the doors and invite people who may not have time ordinarily to come into the Freedom Center. And it's important for us to show that we are about social justice for everybody. And we want to get as many people in as possible to learn about social justice, past, present, and future.
That's a great point. I think people would be surprised if they have not been to the Freedom Center. The number of exhibits that encompass, as you said, past, present, and future. We think of the civil rights movement in this country, but the Freedom Center is about much more than that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people, when they hear about our name, the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center, they don't realize that the Underground Railroad was the country's first social justice movement. And all of the other social justice movements that have come after that are connected to the Underground Railroad. There are three core principles: courage, cooperation, and perseverance. And what we try to do is teach people about those core principles and how they have survived over time to bring us up to the current day, which is generally the Black Lives Matter movement. So there are a lot of exhibits that we have, some temporary exhibits. Some of them are art related. Some of them are permanent exhibits dealing with Underground Railroad and the whole abolitionist movement that occurred in the United States and all the way up through Reconstruction.
So for that day, for Monday in particular, tell us about the hours, what people need to do for tickets and those sorts of things.
Perfect. Yes, please. We were going to open the doors around 7:30. We will have, as far as the overall activities are concerned, we have our King Legacy Celebration breakfast celebration event on Monday that starts at 8 o'clock. It's going to run until about 9:45. That's a paid event. Tickets are $50 for non-members and $40 for members. And then after that event, we will open the doors to the public at 11 o'clock, where everybody is free to come in and explore the Freedom Center all day. That's free, no charge whatsoever for that service. It's a pleasure to do that. And we're doing that because of the goodwill and support from Fifth Third Foundation.
You guys have events and activities all year long, and you just told me there's a big one coming up in March that you just found out about. You just signed the contract.
Just signed the contract yesterday. It's a contract actually that we had in place last year, but we had to cancel because of the storm. This is going to be Ashland Parker. He's a jazz trumpeter, New Orleans-based jazz trumpeter who's going to be coming to the Freedom Center in the Harriet Tubman Theater. We're going to be doing a concert, a Mardi Gras themed concert that he'll be performing in the Harriet Tubman Theater with the Cincinnati Conservatory of Music Jazz Orchestra. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait. I love music, and it's been fun working with Ashley, so I'm looking forward to that.
Some amazing musicians there too at CCM. So we look forward to that. We look forward to Monday. And Woody Keown, thank you so much for joining us here on Cincinnati People.
Thank you, Catherine. A pleasure to be here.